WNBA back with another one. So Caitlin Clark is playing for the Indiana Fever in the WNBA. She is the highest scoring NCAA basketball player of all time. And she's making waves. She's making an impact in women's basketball never seen before. But of course, people are hating on her, especially our good old friend Jemele Hill. Jamal Hill always has to bring up race, always has to bring up all sorts of stuff that nobody cares about. And I will go so far as to say that Jamel Hill hates Caitlin Clark. She hates everything she stands for because she doesn't want a white, straight girl from the Midwest to be the face of the WNBA. She even says it. So we're going to get into this article. It says Caitlin Clark marketing boom is celebrated, but also draws questions of race and equity. This isn't written by Jemele Hill, but it goes over Jemele Hill's comments. Before we get into that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. And let's get into this. So this is by this Kevin Baxter. It says, women's basketball has never seen anything like Caitlin Clark, the sweet shooting rookie guard for the WNBA's Indiana Fever. She's Taylor Swift with a jump shot, Mia Hamm in a singlet, a figure so transcendent she is changing her profession. And that is 100% true, guys. Caitlin Clark was the reason why there was a March Madness game, the semifinals between LSU and Iowa, that was the most watched women's basketball game of all time. And even now, every single game she's in sells out. More than 55,000 people showed up to watch her play a practice game last fall, and her final college game drew 24 million TV viewers this spring. That's 3.5 times larger than an audience for a Serena Williams finals tennis match. More than 3 million people tuned in on ESPN just to watch her get drafted. After that, Nike signed her to the most lucrative sponsorship deal in women's basketball history, a $28 million agreement that includes a signature shoe. Michael Jordan's first deal with Nike was worth less than a tenth of that. Yeah, but that was back in 1983 or something like that. Come on. You can't compare the two. So what makes the Ponytail Clark, just 22, so special? Sure, she's leading the score in women's college basketball history, but how many people have heard of Lynette Woodard? Okay, whatever. What really makes her stand out is the fact that she almost blends in. Despite her talents at 6 feet and a slender 152 pounds, she's one of the smallest players in the WNBA. She looks like your mom, says Ann Bastianelli, a professor of marketing at Indiana University and a former college basketball player. These women who are well over 6 foot and strong and athletic and determined and all of these sorts of things, I think are scary to lots of men. And I think it would be scary to lots of people who have very firm and rigid views of gender and sexual stereotypes. She couldn't be more wrong. Here's the thing. Angel Reese was like, after LSU lost, she made up all these excuses and she was crying. Oh, I had so much pressure on me. I was sexualized. When she did bikini shoots for Sports Illustrated, Angel Reese was more concerned on life off the court than she was on the court. Caitlin Clark, I mean, she looks like an everyday person, and she's relatable. Just like in music, if you can get that Midwest audience, you will sell millions of records. And Caitlin Clark comes from that. She doesn't walk around wearing, purple hair. She doesn't have piercings, tattoos. She's nice. She shows up. She shoots the ball, does her business, and she leaves. It says, while Clark passes and shoots with laser-like precision, the way the WNBA star Steph Curry does it, she makes it look so easy that everyone thinks they can do it. And that's the point. People love Steph Curry because he's the everyman, says Jemele Hill, our good friend, an Emmy-winning sports journalist and former ESPN personality. Caitlin Clark has the same relatability. Okay, that sounds good. But Clark, who will lead the Fever against the Sparks on Friday, this is older. I think this is in April, also stands out for who she's not. In a league in which 70% of the players are black and nearly a third identify as LGBTHGTV, most come from urban environments. Clark is white and straight from Iowa. People are banking on the fact that Caitlin Clark is just going to show up and play, be patriotic, love America, drive her tractor, eat her apple pie, say her prayers, and that's it. People are so tired of all this woke political garbage, especially coming from the WNBA of all places. What are they talking for? Their league has been in a deficit since the year it became a league. The men have been subsidizing their league, and the WNBA players are the worst when it comes to public relations and relating to an audience. Caitlyn Clark is going to change that. Finally, a player that we're hoping isn't going to get involved in any of that. Says, and that sets her apart even more than her shooting skills. Here goes Jemele Hill, guys. We would all be very naive if we didn't say race and her sexuality played a role in her popularity, said Hill, now a contributing writer at The Atlantic and host of the Jemele Hill is Unbothered podcast. Well, so many people are happy for Caitlyn's success, including the players, and that's not true. You have former WNBA players and current WNBA players wishing for her downfall, saying she's not going to score anything, saying she's going to be a never was, saying that her record and accomplishments weren't worth anything in college because she never won a championship. This is WNBA's savior, and they want her to fall. They want her to fail because she's straight and she's white. This has such an enormous impact on the game. There's a part of it that is a little problematic because of what it says about the worth and the marketability of the players who are already there. I already said it, guys. There is no marketability for any of the players there right now. They're a bunch of woke, complaining whiners. The WNBA has been at least at a $25 million loss since they have become a league. And they just get in their own way, and they will make it difficult for this girl. I'm hoping that they can lay off this girl and they see her for the opportunity that she is. Because without her, no one cares. And WNBA's black, guys, remember, I'm hoping for her. The current crop of WNBA players are terrible. Good old Jamal Hill. It's because she's straight and she's white, and that talks about, the problematic nature of that because of, what about the black and LGBTQ players? What about them? It's about marketability. It's about putting butts in seats. Caitlyn Clark does it. Accept it and move on with your life. Jemele Hill. She's the worst. Anyway, Jemele Hill talking trash as usual and painting this narrative that the only reason why Caitlyn Clark is popular is because of her race. Jemele Hill, guys, somehow she keeps getting work. She keeps getting to write for major publications. Well, what are we going to do? Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and I'll catch you on the next one.